Hi guys, check this out. Regular camera tripod, phone holder tripod. Take this out right here and we have a tabletop tripod. Add in a cheap little ball head. Now we have 2 tripods. We need to talk about this. Lovely watchers of the channel know that I review a lot of premium travel tripods, the Peak Design one, the Ulanzi and Coleman, and of course, the Falcam Tree Root. But one glaring omission that everybody keeps asking me about is this bad boy right here. This is the Heipi 3-in-1 travel tripod, and this has recently been updated. I'm looking in the monitor here. I need to move it over here for symmetry. You see that? I have a tree over here, symmetry over here. Yeah, this is the W28S by Heipi, and I have partnered with them to tell you about the new features of this tripod versus their older version. Now, they've updated it based on a lot of user feedback. People are very, very happy with the tripod, the original one, but they wanted some tweaks made, so Heipi went ahead and made those tweaks, and right now they're offering a bunch of spring sales, so this is a great time to talk about it for those people who have been thinking about purchasing this particular tripod. Now, I will compare this tripod to all of the other leading brands in an upcoming longer video where I talk about the pros and cons of each of those tripods, but in this video we will focus on the Heipi. So I've been using the HE double hockey sticks out of this tripod here in the frozen tundra of Toronto, Canada, as well as over in the sweltering heat of the Ivory Coast in West Africa, and this tripod has been extremely reliable and held up really well, and I have a lot of thoughts on the tripod, the good and the bad, and I will tell you them all now. First, let's talk about the build quality, and this is a premium travel tripod. Look how small and compact it is. Very reminiscent of the originator of this type of style of tripod, the Peak Design travel tripod. Folds up really small with that center column tucked right in there, and they actually weigh about the same. This one is 1360 grams, and the Peak Design, I think, is only 30 grams lighter, so very, very comparable in size and weight and compactness. The new upgraded version has better flip locks here, so much more comfortable operation compared to the last one. They are extended flip locks, so you can get a good grip on it, and you can also take these flip locks off very easily to clean them, and that is something that I have rarely seen on a flip lock tripod. The idea of being able to take it off quickly and clean it up, because these premium tripods, you want to keep them for years and years, and so sometimes with the flip locks, it's hard to clean them if sand gets in there or grime, but these ones, they come off quite easily with an Allen key. Then you can clean them up more like a twist lock in terms of its ability to be cleaned, and that is a really good thing for people who want longevity out of their tripods. Another difference compared to the old tripod is with the spikes on the rubber feet. It's a very clever design where the spike is on the inside of the foot, and then you just take the spike out, unscrew that, and then you screw it to the bottom of the foot, and then you just have the spikes there in the ground. Now, the difference is that the spike is longer, which is much better for traction in a muddy environment. So a nice long spike there. And also, if you're worried about going through security, and who isn't these days at the airport, you're worried about going through security with a weapon type object on your tripod, you can just take these little spiky feet out and leave them at home. So if the border people start taking apart your tripod, no need to worry, your spikes are at home where your toddlers can hopefully not reach them. The maximum height of the tripod is 152 centimeters. That's me standing next to it, a burly 5'10" to give you an idea. But what is really great about this tripod and extending the center column is that it has 3 columns here, so it's extremely solid. Most times with a travel tripod, you just have the one column sticking up. Let me just show you. This is the Peak Design one here. You raise that center column, and then it is just one little column going, so it's very easy to get shake here. I never extend my travel tripods from the center column because I want maximum stability in my shots, but I have no hesitation extending the center column for the Heipi tripod. Another upgrade that comes with this tripod versus the old one is the smoothness of the ability to move the center column. Much more fluid on this particular tripod. Now, there is something about this column that is a con in my opinion, and I'll talk about that at the end. In terms of weight capacity, we have an extremely impressive 20 kilograms or 44-pound capacity when it comes to the regular tripod. When it comes to the mini tripod, you have a 5 kilogram or 11 pound weight capacity, which is still really great for that little tripod. When it comes to the ball head, the securing knob has also been updated to give you a more comfortable feel. Now, the ball head on this tripod is the most premium ball head of any of the travel tripods that I have ever tested. There are two different versions. There is a quick release version and there is a regular twist Arca Swiss version. They both take Arca Swiss plates, but the other one has that, one of these types of things where you just twist it and then you are good to go. And I will talk about which one I prefer at the end because I do prefer one of them. You just twist this knob right here and you can easily do panoramas. That's an advantage over a tripod like the Peak Design, which cannot do panoramas with the standard ball head that comes with it. And this one can actually be clicked or declicked. So with an Allen key, you can just go in to your ball head here, and instead of having a smooth pan, which I like, if you like the clicks to know where you are on your measurements, then you can switch it to that. That's cool. It's the first time I've seen that. Of course, recessed inside the ball head is that phone holder mount, and that is very cool that you can just pull that up anytime you need it. Quick release ball head that I have here comes with a mini Arca Swiss plate, but the great news about this head is that it can take the other quick release plates from other companies, like this one from Peak Design or my favorite, the Falcam F38 quick release system. It can use that, so that's great. If I want to take this tripod, I don't have to change all the bottom plates on all of my cameras and other gear because I use F38 plates for all those things. Fits just fine. You can also take off the two little screws on the top to fit longer Arca Swiss style plates, or if you have a cage or an L bracket, something like that, just take off the top two screws and then you will be able to put those L brackets and cages right here in this ball head. Now, the most useful part of this tripod for me is the fact that you can just pull this center column out. Now you have a tabletop tripod or a little vlogging type tripod, or what I used it the most for when I was in West Africa is I just splayed the legs here and then I was able to get a very low to the ground. I don't have enough room on my desk here. A very low to the ground shot without having to adjust it. With most other tripods, travel tripods, you either have to invert the column or take something out and unscrew a head. This is just instantly a very low to the ground shot without having to do anything else. And what's more is I just took one tripod and I was able to film my other tripod with this tripod by just taking another little Arca Swiss head. You just screw it in to the top of this tripod right there, and now I have two tripods, and that is really great for convenience. You just have to take one travel tripod and one little ball head. Now you have functionally two tripods. Another one of the upgrades is they've added a little rope here, so if you want to hang something to get extra stability for your tripod, you can now do so. When you remove the center column, you will see a spring-activated thread as well as an 18mm bubble level so that you can always level your tripod. Comes with a really nice looking case that fits the folded tripod like a glove, and the best part about the case is it has a little pocket there for the Allen keys that come with the tripod, so you won't go losing your Allen keys. They'll be right there securely. Now, in terms of price, this is a premium tripod. They use expensive materials. It is not meant to be a cheap tripod. However, it is cheaper, a fair bit cheaper than the Peak Design carbon fiber version. This one is $5.99 USD, and this guy is coming in before discounts at $4.29 USD. And right now, like I said, depending on when you're watching this, they are offering a promotional discount. And as much as I love this Peak Design tripod, I think tripod innovation has surpassed it a little bit with some other companies, and Heipi is one of those companies. I would certainly much rather take this tripod than this Peak Design for many of the reasons you've already seen in this video. However, I think there are a couple improvements this tripod could still make. The first of which is the fact that there is no stopper here when it comes to taking this tripod out. So let's say you're trying to extend your fancy camera up and it has a little thing that says warning on the bottom, so you know not to go past the warning. But let's say you're like me, you're too strong for your own good, and you can just yank the whole thing out with no stopper. I would love to see a spring-loaded stopper there, so as I'm pulling it out, it stops at that little button, and then if I want to take it all the way, I just press the button and take it off. It won't actually hamper me taking the tripod out, the mini tripod compared to the big one, but it will stop it from accidentally coming out. So Heipi, if you're listening, I'd like to see a little spring-loaded button next time. My other gripes really only apply to the quick release ball head, the K50 Q ball head. They have a K50S ball head, so if you have one of those tripods or you're going to get one, don't pay attention to this part. But with the quick release, then the spring-loaded system, it doesn't catch. So you have to use two hands to load your camera on. So you have to pull it open and then angle your plate in and then snap it down and twist. And I much prefer a quick release system where I can just one-hand it. I can take it and then clamp it down and it snaps for me. And then if I have to tighten it a little more later, that's okay. But I want that initial thing where I'm holding it in one hand to be able to snap it down. In this one, I have to use two hands to do it. For example, this is the Falcam Tree Root Travel Tripod. I can just click it down one hand, tighten it there if I need to after that. Or with the Ulanzi F38, I can just slide it right in there and I am good to go. Locks in by itself. However, with the Ulanzi one, you have to use the F38 plate only, unlike this tripod where you can use any Arca Swiss quick release plate. But honestly, it doesn't take long to get used to how you put it in the tripod, and it's nice and secure. You just have to take a look to make sure you put it in right. So for me, I think I'd prefer the regular twisting KF50S ball head, but you have to decide what's right for you. So of course, this isn't the cheapest tripod in the world, but I think overall it is an excellent travel tripod, and anyone who has this thing, I'm sure, will be very happy with it. So thanks to Heipi for sending this out and sponsoring this video so I could finally check this thing out, put it through its paces. I absolutely love this tripod and I won't hesitate to use it going forward on the channel. So let me know down below what you think. Do you like the Heipi 3-in-1? Do you like the improvements they have made, or do you like a different tripod? Put it down below. We'll have a nice little discussion about it. Thanks for watching this. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.